What is going on, everyone? It's Jay here. I hope you all had an amazing 4th of July weekend. I hope it was filled with a lot of fun, and let's get into another day trading recap. So as you guys can see, the overall direction for the Nasdaq today was uptrending. It was a bullish day, and it continuously made these nice higher highs, right, and higher lows. This is what I mean when I say higher highs and higher lows. The direction was able to push up, break above the previous area it struggled at, right? Pushed higher, it made a higher high, and when it came back down, it didn't go back down to the previous levels that it reached, right? It did a good job of maintaining a higher low up here and continuously kind of riding up between this trend, right? Making these higher highs as it went and these higher lows so it could continuously keep uptrending. And let me get rid of these lines quick. So I was actually red on the day today. I had a nice little hefty red day of $110 just about. I was down $81 on SQs and $27 on TQs. Now, how could I be so red on a day where the market direction looked so clear, which I definitely agree it was clear. It did end up clearing itself up. But the reason I was red was because I put myself in too big of a hole too soon. That's basically the lesson I learned with myself today. I only traded for like an hour. If you guys look at all my filled orders, my first order was at 6:48 in the morning, and my last one was at 7:39. And if you guys look at the Nasdaq, this is around when I took my first position, right around here, and right around here was when I took my last position and stopped trading. So if I zoom into this area, you guys can see that direction was very choppy when I first started trading. That's why when I first took my first trade at 6:48, I usually don't hold off that long, right? The market opens up at 6:30 and I usually don't hold off 20 minutes, but I even did today because I did realize that the market direction was being very unclear. This is at 6:30 in the morning and the market looked like it wanted to push up, got rejected by the SMA, came back down, and then just when I thought it could keep selling off, right? Because if I back out, the overall direction before that nice uptrend, right? Before we saw any of this happen, the pattern was continuously downtrending for the Nasdaq, and it was validating this SMA line as a resistance area, right? Meaning anytime it came near it and approached it, it got rejected by it and continuously sold off. And if I zoom in again, when the market opened up, it was trying to validate that resistance again, right? It caught to this level, pushed up, and it got rejected all the way back down here. Pushed back up, try to go, got rejected again. So I really did a bad job of basically managing my risk well. I was too soon to pull the trigger, and let's say I would take a position on SQs right around this level. It would come back down. I would fully average up as it fell below the EMA, looking for these lower lows, right? And then it would just shoot up very fast, and I would have to cut my trade. And I did that multiple times back to back, and that's what ended up ultimately costing me, right? I wasn't able to I wasn't able to reap the benefits of riding any of my positions with a clear market direction, right? And we can all agree here that the market did end up providing a clear direction right after it had all these choppiness, right? It had a nice surge, break above the middle VWAP, and that was a good sign that the Nasdaq could continue to go up on the day, and it did just follow the direction of the day. Yeah, and because I was already stopped out for the day, I was unfortunately able to ride any of this, right? It made continuous higher highs and higher lows, just like I was showing you earlier. And it's times like this when you really want to put the pedal to the metal and get in fully averaged up, right? Times when kind of anytime you average up, it will basically just be going your way. It'd be very rare for it to struggle anytime here, right? It just continuously pushed up and kept going up and up and up. So it was very evident that there was a bounce like this bound to happen, right? If we look at it on the bigger time frame for the 10 days, let's say, the market sold off again to previous levels where it does tend to bounce, right? anytime it approaches these lows right here, it does tend to start wanting to bounce, and that's exactly what happened here. I should have also done a better job of realizing that the Nasdaq was hitting a support area and it could bounce to try and hit this SMA line like it has continuously been doing right around these areas. So I definitely need to take that into consideration. And yeah, we're just reviewing why I'm right on the day. I think it was because I decided to pull the trigger too hard when I knew the market direction wasn't clear. There were a lot of fake outs, and I continuously just did that. And then when the market was able to provide a clear direction on the day, I unfortunately couldn't take part in that because I was already down a nice little chunk and I didn't want to add to that, you know? So this ride up here, this push from the middle of the top VWAP could have very easily made me all my money back and a lot more on top of that, which is why it is so important to not be so eager to just jump into trades, especially when the market isn't going in your favor, right? Once you see that the market does want to start validating this uptrend pattern, that's when you should really be looking to get aggressive, but not when it's having these very quick and indecisive change of directions, right? It'll act like it wants to come back down, make lower lows, and just flush up. Then it would flush down, flush up, flush down, right? Very choppy around these areas. So don't trade when it's choppy, and make sure that when it isn't choppy, you take full advantage of it by averaging up fully. And so, yeah, I'm very excited to continue trading on the rest of the week and hopefully bounce back and end green. So thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been another day trading recap, and I hope you all have an amazing day. See you guys tomorrow.